victims continuing to suffer, and it gets me thinking, money is good, yeah, but some level, this is vulture-like. This is vulture-like, I don't even know. I'm speechless. Why would you steal from people who are sick, who are dying? We are in the middle of a global pandemic. Laura.
Let me ask you, why are you asking like these are not the same people who stole Hadi Pesaya cemetery? Was it cemetery? Like
even stealing from the dead.
Like we can't even be buried anymore. It's not shocking. And to think that some of the people involved in this scandal are actually doctors. If I'm not wrong, there's a medical doctor. So why? Why though?
Yeah.
Your thoughts on this one? I am wondering the fact that we have gone ahead and identified that there's some gaps and loopholes within KEMSA, and that the CEO has been suspended. We have seen a cycle in this country where people are not held to account, and I think that is where the whole corruption problem actually begins. And that is where the battle is always lost. The fact that when I actually misappropriate money or take money that should be used for other purposes, the only thing that I am going to get is, I don't know, a suspension from office. There is possibility to actually get people to elect you now that you are popular, now that people know you are going to be elected into office. To some extent, these people are even appointed into other organizations and bodies. It's like, they got born again. This person is associated to a graft case. As a country, we are going to choose not to care. And imagine this person went home and got sorry for stealing our money and then sanitize them and then bring them back. I am angry. Are you, Otis?
I am equally very angry. But you remember that other day when Mutahi was talking and he was saying, this house back here has a lot of issues. Probably that's where the deep state sits. Because no one actually ever wants to touch Afia House. If we are ever going to want to this is not AFCON, this is just for this show, we should do what those people of Malawi did to their parliament. We go and get rid of that house and start afresh so that it dies with the demons.
Do you think it's gonna change? Now if I put you in there,
yes,
your whole clan is going to be on your neck. I think it's a cultural problem in this country. Oh, you did not help us. I have seen people online laughing poking fun rather, at former President Mwai Kibaki's siblings, saying how some of them are living in humble means. I am thinking, only the brother was the president. This guy had a whole life, separate away from the former president. We are entitled as relatives,
The problem with us here, when you are trying to elect or select people to represent us, actually they are not leaders, they are just representatives, is we prioritize our tribe first, then other priorities come next. That's where we go wrong. So that when you do something wrong, and you are from tribe A, tribe A will say, okay, they are targeting us, it's from our tribe. Let's die with our own, let's protect our own. Even if ABCD happens, he's our own. Even if he's a thief, he's our own. That's the problem with us here in Kenya.
And the problem is in Nonda. Well, people, I don't know, I'm not encouraging you to steal, but when you steal money that is directly linked to medical supplies, like people's lives are actually at stake. This money that you have taken, that you have misappropriated, means there is a nurse or doctor somewhere who will not be able to protect themselves from COVID-19. You're exposing them to a disease, exposing them to their family. Many have actually succumbed to this. So when we see our healthcare workers threatening to down their tools, Laura, do we still call it inhumane?
I think our as Inonda said, representatives, not really leaders, they have gotten to a point where the greed in this country has gotten to a point where people don't think before they act. They really don't think before they act. The doctors are going on strike. I think they've already issued a notice, if I'm not wrong. They're going on strike. Doctors have had issues for the longest time in this country. It's not the first time they're going on strike. We're in the middle of a pandemic. The least they could do at this point is support the you know, the medical personnel.
And
Because
I'm
for a
angry.
common mwananchi who can't afford to look for, you know, private means or anything else, what are we supposed to do at this point?
Guys, this is just breaking news, all right? Now, the government have recalled finalist medical students from 11 medical schools. I know your guess is as good as mine. These are people who are now expected to beef up the fight against COVID-19. This story, we were being told that the young people should come up with new and innovative ways. Young people now are just about to get sacrificed, yeah? And for more details on this story, www.tv47.co.ke, yeah? For all your breaking news, everything that you need to update yourself on, the TV47 Kenya website, all right? Otis, young people, we are just being sacrificed as we watch. I don't know if there's anything we can do about it.
At least for the first time, there is the phrase young people coming from government. It has always been a 91-year-old board.
But see, look at this, yeah? You are in the middle of a war, all right? Your most experienced soldiers have told you, this is a death wish, all right? If you go in with strategy that looks like this, we are all doomed. And then you decide, where are the children? These ones are very dispensable, you know? Come here, children, and put them right on the front line. What kind of parent is this? What kind of parent is this in Onda?
Damu yao bado ni moto inaweza pambana nayo. Mimi, for one, I'm actually pretty happy, and I wish they will be remunerated well.
Happy?
Like proper
What do you mean? If there are people who are already there, who are experienced, me, I'm not even shocked they might be told to do this for exposure. You know how this country is with the youth.
You know, COVID is new in the world over. You can't say anyone has experience. Plus, it's a plus because from the way when this thing started, the people that invented the incubators were young people. People that are inventing these sanitizers and all these things, young people. It's a plus for us. We are finally getting rid of old people. Now when they get there, they don't leave.
Maybe it's the COVID-19 that came to get rid of the old people, yeah? Finally, maybe we have a chance as young people, you know that.
Still, what you can still say, kazi kwa vijana,
Wow.
pesa kwa wazee.
Wow.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's kazi kwa vijana, pesa kwa wazee. So at the end of the day, you'll find that these are young people. They'll be denied their rights to, or they will be paid less. So then they'll be told, okay, youth are leaders of tomorrow. Just wait for tomorrow. Then your chance will come and you'll feast on this. So I think, then you have a PR country, leave alone government, a PR country.
Can I interject a little?
Well,
we started on Twitter and we said exposure is not currency. We will help them refuse little pay from the forefront. Walipo vizuri, like proper doctors. Exposure and leaders wa kesho.
And experience, I am telling you. And I really hope that this young people who are being recalled to medical school, I know in a bid to, you know, beef up the fight against COVID-19, will actually get justice, yeah? Because if the system is already failing with the doctors already inside, I don't know what is going to happen. Remember, guys, you can be part of this conversation, all right? TV47 Kenya on Facebook, on Twitter, TV47KE. Remember, you actually have a chance to be on live TV. That is what TV47 does, all right? All you need to do is call in live your feedback, your opinions on these things matter. We want to take a short break just to be able to see what the editorial team is preparing for us. Top of the hour, a power-packed bulletin, good vibes, you know? Not the memes kind of Nyangapuo kind of people, yeah? Serious news stories that actually give you an absolute good vibe, all right? After this short break, in other news, we'll be right back.
Ahead on
I appreciate all of you keeping me company right now on TV47. My name is Tracy Mokami, and this is In Other News. People like man Sniper Mofire, you are watching us from Ruiru Massive. Sorry? Atatuambia, you know, if people actually waliacha kuogopa the Ruiru mansion, if people are actually living there, right?
Since Sasha started saying that, you know, Sasha went there.
He went?
Yeah.
What? Sasha, I know you're watching. Call us. Yeah, tell us. Tell us how the day has been for you. Thank you so much, guys, all right? Moving on, we were speaking before we went on break about coronapreneurs. Now listen to this. Housing Principal Secretary Charles Hinga has said that Kazi Mtaani funds have not been lost. And if these funds are lost, he's actually ready to get hanged. Laura, at what side do you think we should hang him? Because at this rate, yeah.
I think we are going to give him...
He has put the noose around his neck already.
I'm buying the news.
You're buying the news?
Yes. He can pick the location.
With the Kazi Mtaani money?
Yes, I'll even buy him his last meal.
Yes, Otis.
I will kick the stool after Laura gets the news.
All right, okay.
You see, the PS, she'll come out and say, okay, I'm not the one who lost the money. So I cannot be hanged. Those people who lost should be hanged. Then the lawyers will say, our client say that the computer will hang. That's one.
Really? I didn't see that one coming.
You remember the typing error when Uhuru was the deputy prime minister that time?
Yes, that's added a few zeros, yeah?
Yeah, so the hanging will just be twisted, and that will be it.
All right.
So, but I would love to see her being hanged. Because it will be a good thing. Other leaders should employ that. If something happens.
But you know what makes me happy about sentiments like this, all right? Is because you have to be blameless, okay? You have to be, you know, you have done the right thing. You're willing to swear and stand by your truth. Anybody else around you might have actually put their hand in the cookie jar, but you're sure that it wasn't you. I think it's confidence, and I like it that he would be able to stand and confidently say, to the best of my knowledge and, you know, everything that I know.
What if the money is lost?
Can I tell you about liars?
Yes.
To perfect your art, you have to have that quote of confidence. So if you're not confident, you can't be a proper liar.
Okay.
I can't wait to be hung.
You see,
okay.
That's what I'm saying. Other leaders should emulate it, so that when something bad, corruption is involved, he or his ministry is involved in corruption, instead of stepping down, they should be hanged.
All right.
In fact, I think when we elect our leaders during the swearing in, they should include that part. If I do not perform in my docket, this is how I want to be punished. So that when we come with news or a panga or jembe or however,
I think the fact that Laura, in this country, we have not seen anybody face the hangman noose in, I don't know, a whole long period of time. We should make them swear that they are going to hang themselves, all right?
We should start with this one, have a public holiday.
What?
You know, celebrate.
What?
Yes.
You're thinking it's very skilled,
give a man his wish.
But you know, I'm surprised with you, Tracy and Laura, because just the other week you told us you'd love to be elected in parliament and just sit there for a few years, then go for retire. You start receiving the benefits of the retirement package. That's 100K per month. Now, would you still take an oath that you'll be hanged just in case you embezzle the CDF funds?
No, we are not going to embezzle these funds, Laura.
Just in case.
We are nice human beings.
Just in case.
If you award us the pension 100,000, we will take. We will not take it if you are not.
You know what I'm saying? Just in case, like you accidentally stumbled upon the CDF and then.
Just in case something happens.
You know the guys, yeah. As we sign out, or just in the interest of time, yeah. I can see the whole Good Vibes team is already around, yeah. Mombi Chege, David Muthoka, everyone is on standby just to inform you of the good vibe stories that have been happening this week, also incorporating the other news stories, top stories you'd want to know about, all right? Now, this is also a good vibe because Kenyan journalist Collins Juma, alias Yasin Juma, has been freed in Ethiopia following the intervention by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the embassy in Addis Ababa. Laura, I know you are following closely on this one, yeah? But to be released from detention and then put in a COVID-19 camp, what kind of freedom is this?
I think the fair thing to do would have been to bring him home and get him like proper medical, attention. But again, we're in Kenya, guys. Yeah, so why are we surprised again? This guy has been in detention for so long. It should not have gone on for that long. It really should not.
But at least he's been released. At least he's not in detention.
But you see that at least we have. That is where we have reached as a country. We'll just take the at least.
He's in a COVID camp.
Look at even from the means that he could use to come back to Kenya.
All right.
Even airlines would see him as something that is hot, because every airline is trying to have their image clean and not be interacting with people that have COVID or any reported cases. So if he can heal from there and then he flies back, he's free at least.
Well, at least for the first time, yeah, a Kenyan, not for the first time, it has been happening, just not as often. And we have seen the embassies and, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs coming through for citizens. We were having this conversation in Onda earlier.
But it took long before the ministry came in. That's why I told you this is a PR government and country. Before the ministry came, it took long. Yasin has been languishing in the police cell in Ethiopia. He was released, then rearrested again. So the ministry came in late. Ethiopia is just, they are our neighbors. Let's say we are just in the same region. Ethiopian Airlines come here daily, the cargo and the passenger airlines. You won't tell me that the CS for Foreign Affairs, Abam Namamba, wouldn't fly to Ethiopia just to make in short, I can say the relationship between us and them is not different from us and Tanzania.
All right.
Where vifaranga zinachomwa and all the stuff.
And this conversation is not going to stop right now because we have a lot more stories here, and unfortunately we have run out of time, and now is ni kidogo sana. We are asking our bosses, give us 4, 5 hours, 6, the whole day. We could be here as long as you guys want us
We'll
to.
be arrested before 2 hours.
Thank you so much, guys, for keeping us company. My name is Tracy Mokami, and do not touch that dial because we have the news for you. This was in other news. Now the news is coming up that has a lot of good vibe stories packed in it. Enjoy the rest of your viewing. See you next week. Bye. Enjoy the weekend.